Hello everybody and welcome to AOR Assist League 1, round 20 today at the Brazilian. Unfortunately, here today, he has had problems. I could be getting some... We're having issues with the stream, just where it's just lagging a lot. We'll try and sort that out. I'm not having a very good day for internet, but it's not about me. We are looking at Larkin as he goes towards the top of the hill. He turns 6, 7, 8, 9, and then into turn 10, the infamous turn 10, as Jos goes fastest with a 7.5. Larkin actually set an 8.0 on the previous lap. Only 5 drivers have actually set laps so far. If the stream is back to normal, please let me know. It's looking good, so I think we're good on that side. Larkin does go again. What's Larkin going to set now? Tickerby has left the session. Jeroen actually retired, and Larkin didn't go faster that time around. Is anyone actually on a lap? Evolution, towards the end of his lap, what can he do on his first flying lap as he comes up to the line now? Evolution, he's starting a lap now actually, so he actually he hasn't set, yeah, he's come out on the medium tyres. Anyone else out there right now? Willow Wolves out there on the mediums as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on him as we watch him come through the hairpin now of turn 10. Yellow flags in sector 1. Could be cars moving out the way, I don't know. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 2, so I don't know. Someone's had an off, I think, maybe. But as we follow the Red Bull up towards the finish line now, what's he going to set? Willow Wolves comes across the line and goes 7th with a 0.9. It was 6th. It was instantly beaten by J. Cole. So it's a 9.0. Would have beaten Willow Wolves at 9.2. The pole time at the moment still that 7.5 from Jos. Imaholic not far off that, and Larkin also not far off that on a softer compound. Evolution's coming towards the end of his lap. He's on the medium compound tyres. What can he do in the Red Bull? His teammate, he slots in just behind the other Red Bull as he takes a chunk of the grass into turn 1. Rodriguez also on a lap on the mediums. No, those are soft tyres, sorry, softs. And he had a big lock up into the head and he's sliding all over the place. He spun it down at Junsao. That's going to be, well, Junsao, I don't know how to say the corner name, but that's going to be a task for him to get that turned around. Emaholic has now left the session, and there goes Jabbo through. All the cars managed to get past the deserted Mercedes. Yellow flag still in sector 2. That is for Rodriguez. So we have, I think Jabbo is about to come and start his lap. He is. Let's ride on board with the McLaren man to go through the first sector. Down, heavy braking down to 3rd gear through turn 1. The Senna S's, these are known as turn 1, 2 and 3, as it looks like an S. They get down onto the 2nd DRS straight of the track, shorter one, but potentially the better overtaking spot. Turn 4, very nice overtaking place, and the McLaren negotiates that very well, Jabbo. Now up to 7th for this double right. Shepalele's now left the session. A lot of people leaving the session, I don't know what is going on. J. Cole has now retired. So Viasti's now retired, left the session. I think this might be a potential restart. Yeah, Jos is retired. Yeah, everyone's leaving. I think we've got a restart on our hands. Okay. Let's see. As Jabbo comes up towards the line now, yeah, Jacob has now left. This is a restart, definitely going to happen. Just have to wait, sorry for that blue screen, just have to wait and see when it happens, as yeah, everyone is leaving. That is Rodriguez into the wall, and yeah, pretty much everyone has now left. So, just bear with me while we get this session restarted. I haven't had an invite. I haven't had an invite to any sessions, so I will start talking again when we get the new session open. Yeah, to be fair, right, if you're going to ask questions, I'll answer the questions. Old school, 3000. Nice name. RJW, in the interlude, what's your favourite flavour of crisps? Um, Tough one. Because I kind of got two. I like plain, very like salted. They're quite nice because they're plain. Salt and vinegar because I'm a bit weird. A bit edgy, I guess. Not really edgy. It's like it's quite popular. Still, no invite to a new session, so I don't actually know what's going on. Sorry for this delay, guys. Um, but no invite has appeared for the new session yet. Also, the issues with the stream are still happening. We'll just see. While we're waiting for this new session to load, let's see if we can get our co-commentator in here. Hopefully his mic is working. We'll have to wait and see.
Hello?
Hello, yes, right.
Yeah, nice, nice,
Problem
nice.
solved. The only problem we haven't solved is the lobby, and I don't know where it is. But
I've just been invited to a lobby.
I have not. Um, so we will wait. But while we wait, I have another question here. J. Cole, who do you think will win the race and why? Don't be biased. Don't be biased. Don't be biased. But I hope you'll say me. Um, to be fair, from what I saw before, it was quite competitive. But I'm gonna back Larkin. Um, uh,
Boring.
boring.
Sorry.
Who would you back? Who would you back?
Um, you know what? Uh, the chat.
Okay, you're gonna say J.
Every,
Cole.
every race. Every
Okay, every
race.
single race.
Yeah.
Okay, no pressure. No pressure, Jack. Um, old school. If you had to, oh, this is another boring question. If you had to, would you fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? We'll start with you. Well, it asked for you, so we'll start with you. I'll answer myself. So.
Um, I would I would rather fight the um the duck-sized horses just because I don't know, I could stand on them or something. Whereas
Yeah,
like a horse-sized duck is extremely dangerous with its it has more weaponry, if you like.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could get swarmed by the 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Are
I'd
you are
still,
you
I'd pick the
in
100.
are you in the lobby?
I am in the lobby.
Um
Yes,
all right, that's fine.
we are good to go. Um, while we wait, I guess we can discuss the standings because they have been updated and it has been confirmed. Well, I think we confirmed it last week, but Drivers'
Yeah.
champion has been announced. It is Larkin, 71 points clear of Harry with 50 points up for grabs. But that Harry actually isn't secure in second place. He's got Energetics just behind him, who I don't actually think is here today. No, he
No,
is. He
yes,
is.
yes. Yeah.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I don't. Okay. Um, but team championship was that wrapped up? Yes, Force India did wrap that up last week as well. So both championships at the top are finished. But that battle for second and third in both championships, it's still very, very much alive. Only what 16 points? It's only 16 points in the drivers between Harry and Energetics, and between Haas and Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso are trailing by 21 points in the team championship, so still all to play for.
All to play for indeed. So that's going to be one of the storylines going into this race. Well, of course, the championships may be wrapped up. There's still prizes to be fought over, and also don't expect just because the drivers' championship has ended that these guys will be letting off the gas one bit. They're going to be going at it as they always do. So it's going to be. I'm sure Brazil will provide us with an entertaining race. It always does, in both real life and in the game. So looking forward to it. Just when we're able to get the race started, hopefully, it's a good one.
Hopefully so. Um, right, I've got a quick question for you. Of the 19 races we've done so far, who do you
Yeah.
think's won the most?
Probably still Vettel fan, I
It is
guess.
still Vettel fan. He's only done.
Yeah.
Let me just count up. He's only done 8 races. He's won 5 of those. Finished
Yeah.
second in one, and fourth and fifth in the other two.
Hmm.
Podiums wise, I think Larkin has the most
Yeah. If you
by
look at
far.
Larkin, he's on a run of 7 straight podium results, which is
Mm.
really impressive. Considering if you look
Oh,
at the start of
eight,
the
eight,
season, he
eight straight.
is it? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, 8 straight podium results. But if you look behind, you can see that at the start of the season, he was struggling maybe a little bit. He was picking up quite a lot of top fives, but it wasn't picking up wins. It was picking up occasional podiums. Then when we got to Hungary, he got that win, and I guess it changed something, made him more confident, and he just found the groove and went on just a massive run of form that just taken him to the championship this season. But as you mentioned, fight for second very much up for grabs. As we have Energetics just 16 points behind Harneward. Jekyll's still an outsider in that battle, though he is going to have to outscore the Toro Rosso P2 if he wants to have a chance at that second place in the Drivers' Championship. But he's still in that fight, which is going to spice things up. That will be the main point of talking for this race. But the drivers now readying up. We're going to get into it. Second time of asking, but I'm sure that will still be treated with a great race. Brazilian Grand Prix about to get underway.
Yeah, and we have to go through all the qualifying again. We got through about half of it last time. People setting laps on the mediums. But hopefully we have no issues this time. Wasn't quite sure what the issue was last time, but all you need to know is it's sorted now. We can get going finally at Interlagos.
Yes, indeed. And even though we'll have to run through this quali session again, I'm sure it won't be it won't take too much away from it because Interlagos is such a short track and not the most technically challenging, although there are certainly difficulties around the track. The field tends to be extremely close. In any qualifying session you go to, the field is always really bunched up. So these 14 drivers now lined up, ready to go. Let's get it underway, qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix.
14 cars this week. Not the highest attendance, but all the key players in that second place battle are here. Harry in the Toro Rosso, Energetics in the Haas, and J. Colt down the bottom in the Force India. With, I don't know who's going to come out first. It sounds like that could be a Force India. It is. And I think it's your championship leader. Yes, it is. It's your champion for season 16. Larkin heading out of the pits first. He clearly isn't going to mess about, even though he's won championship. He's won both. Nothing to play for him, really. He still wants to win this race. He's got no funny business. He taps the wall there on the exit of the pit lane. That won't do him any favours, but I guess for him this is just see what he can do. Throw it all in. No risk at all for him.
Yeah, that's a very good point, that he can just go all out. He's got nothing to lose at this point. He basically just go out here and have fun, which is a really good mindset to going into a race with. He doesn't have any pressure on him. He just let loose. Whereas, even though he did have a very feisty drive last time out in Mexico, if you remember, I'm sure that he'll be going all out here, really just trying to wring the maximum out of that car, knowing that it doesn't matter if he messes it up. So currently out on the soft tyres, champion runs around about to start this lap, so I'll allow you to take us around with your champion Larkin as he lines up over the line to start his flying lap.
Yeah, Harry, here we go. We start the descent down the hill, turn 1, third gear, left-hander, gets it very nicely turned into the apex. Turn 2 should be flat out. Get a little bit wide of turn 3, but he gets a semi-decent run off there. Opens the DRS now, down towards turn 4. Heavy braking zone again. It's probably the second heavy braking zone on this track. Gets it turned nicely. Now, past the lake, up towards turn 6. And 7, double right-hander, a bit wide off the apex, but you can get away with that. Now, turn 8, kind of a hairpin, but kind of 90 degrees at the same time. Looping left-hander for turn 9. Now, up towards turn 10. This is the proper hairpin. Very, very tight, very, very difficult. Doesn't lock a brake, gets it turned in perfectly. Turn 11 now, down towards turn 12. The final real braking zone on this track. Very, very short track. As now he's already on the main straight again. Very, very long main straight, very long DRS activation point, activation in which he opens before the pit lane there, and he comes across the line. And 8-2 on the soft tyres. So that is the first lap of anyone today, and it's quite a good banker from the champion of Larkin.
Yeah, it's a very decent lap from Larkin and Zaid. Overall, if the guys are going to be looking for super softs at the end of the session, we could be seeing times in the low to mid sevens. Shepulele has gone just about 3/10, almost 4/10 behind Larkin. Not too bad from him, as we've got Harry who ran wide actually. I think he's backed off his lap and he's going again. The Taurus ones, whereas Gameaholic does a 7.7 on the super soft, so that is probably the tyre that he's going to be looking to start off on based on that. So Gameaholic sets in a marker, very solid banker lap from him. I think he can be happy with that, but you still have room to improve, I'm sure. Who else do we have on a lap? Looks like J. Cole's, he's not got his ERS on, so I don't believe he's on a lap. Looks like Yoss might be on a lap or just starting one. Not sure. It's Harry. Looks like he did a bit of a slower lap, maybe a banker, but now he's going full pelt at that Toro Rosso. He's lost the championship fight, but he's still got it all to play for, and he's going to be pushing hard as he goes through the middle of the lap in Sector 2.
Yeah, as we pick him up, yeah, he's coming up towards turn 10 now, towards the end of this middle sector, and he gets a very, very bad slide out of the hairpin of turn 10. That's going to damage him down the hill towards turn 12. It was a fairly tidy lap up to that point, but that slide will have cost him a couple of attempts, as he comes across the DRS line. What can Harry do? He goes 5th place with an 8.8, but 8 attempts behind the champion, who he's been battling all season long. That Harry won't be particularly happy with that. Plus, he's behind Energetics, so he's going to lose a lot of points as it stands in that battle for 2nd place. J. Cole should be on a full pelt lap now. He is going for it this time around on the medium compound tyres. So what can J. Cole do as Josh goes fastest on the super soft tyres? That I wasn't expecting that, really. I didn't actually know he was out there on the super softs, but we'll have to wait and see as J. Cole now comes up the hill to finish his lap.
J. Cole, the Force India driver, still with an outside chill of 2nd in the championship, runs up to the line on the medium tyres, and he does an 8.7, which is actually a fairly impressive lap from him. Interestingly enough, Larkin and Energetics were trading times on the softs. Energetics went quicker than Larkin's initial time on the soft tyres, but Larkin ended up beating that, getting into the 7s on the softs, which is very impressive from him, so he does look good so far. Siviasti in the Williams, not set time yet, but he is going to be one of the next ones to cross the line. He's opened up the throttle press now. ERS and overtake, just 300ths per second lap from him, and he's only just off of a Sheffield. So certainly a very good start to the session for Sevi, and he's got room to improve. Yeah,
which are on Harry. He's got it all to do now. 8th place on the soft tyres. He's behind 2 medium tyre runners. He needs to go for a run on the super softs, where I don't know if he's going to have it in the tank. It looks, it's a very slow lap from Harry. There is a lot of room to make up, but the gaps behind aren't actually that big. This grid's split by 2 seconds, but from Harry, 7 tenths, and a lot of those guys are on medium compound tyres, so it's not looking good for Harry, really. Harry not in the greatest positions. Have we actually got anyone on a flying lap? I'm not entirely sure. Have to have a look.
Shepulele, I believe, on a flying lap. Set initial time on the softs wasn't an amazing lap, not a bad lap either, but he is now going all out on those supers, trying to improve and maybe challenge those top 2 that have got into the 7s on the super soft tyres. But Shepulele rounds, I believe it's turn 10 or 11 now, breaks down into, I'm not sure, too familiar with the corner name, so I believe that's Pico Tapato now going round into the final proper corner on circuit. Very difficult to get the exit right here. Keeps it in third gear. Stability is key for the Ferrari. Opens up the taps up at the sixth gear, trying to rev it out there, get as much performance out the car as possible. DRS open, up to the line. Is he going to be able to challenge those top two? Through goes Chevrolet. He's just behind Yoss, 32 thousandths of a second behind the Haas, but that's certainly not a bad lap at all from Chevrolet.
Yeah, that was a good lap by Chevrolet. Just behind the Haas of Jos, as we say that. There is a Haas coming out the pits, that is Jos, weaving all over the place in the background. Chevrolet surely on an in-lap now, but very good lap from him. We have, I think, Energetics. Don't know if he's on a lap. No, he's coming into the pits, actually, so false alarm there. Larkin has started a lap on the super soft compound tyre, so we'll have to watch him as he comes up to DRS now on the back straight. Hard braking down for turn 4. Very, very neat through there. Keeps it on the track. Very easy to go off at turn 4, but he's done a good job keeping it on there. Through turn 6, 7. As you said, it's very hard to know the corner names. I just know the numbers. Learning the names on the go, that could be advisable. But gets a little bit of a wiggle on out of turn 9, but still facing the same direction. And 11 keeps it nicely through there, and the last real corner of the track, the number 15 Force India, gets through there very nicely as he now builds his speed up the hill towards turn 1, towards the finish line. Opens a DRS. What will Larkin do? Across the line, it is pole.
Whoa.
7.4 on provisional pole. Harry only does a 7.8, so he's four tenths off the pace of the championship. The champion. Work to do for Harry, only 5th, and a lot of drivers behind him looking to take that position off him. As we say that J. Cole is out now. I don't know if he's on an out lap, but he's on the super soft tyres. So this, I don't know. This could be his full lap. We'll just open up the lap data. Yes, he is on a flying lap as he opens the DRS now. Josh goes fastest, a 7.3. But where's J. Cole going to go? 3rd, just behind his teammate, just ahead of Shepelele. 7.58. Very, very close in towards the front. There is 5 tenths separating the top 6, but only 2 separating the top 4. So very, very close between those guys at the top.
Yeah, Yoss with an impressive lap there on the 7.3. That's going to take some beating. I said low to mid 7s. Well, Yoss is going towards the low 7s with 6 minutes to go left in this session. We could be seeing some more time being pulled out. Harry's pulled into the pits. He's got to reevaluate himself there. He's near enough slows to the super soft runners. I know that he can go quicker than that, but he's really got to dig in and try and get closer to those top times if he wants to hold on to second in the championship. Because Jaco currently sitting in P3 and Energetics only 3 tenths behind, less than 3 tenths behind on the soft tyres. And speaking of Energetics, here he goes now through Ferradura, 5th gear, and he's really pushing it there, trying to get maybe close to his teammate. Misses the apex a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. He can still open this up, get on the power there, gets a little bit of a slide, but it's not going to be too bad for the Haas man as he comes into the big battle there. Willow Wolves out of the session there. It looks like he's disconnected, unfortunately for him. Hopefully he's able to get back in before the race. But Energetics rounds what's like this? Jun Chao, that's the name of the corner, just about got it there. But now Energetics winds it up, going down towards the line. He's going to take it as tight as possible. Is he going to be able to put it on provisional pole? Up to the line he goes. What's the time going to be? It's P3, half a tenth off of Larkin. But he has managed to get himself in the mix, and crucially ahead of Jaco, who's a championship rival of his, and even more crucially, 4 spots ahead of Harry. So not bad from Energetics. He's got a solid foundation down there towards the front. It's Gameaholic. It's going to be the next one. Runs fairly wide.
Big slide from Gameaholic there out of turn 12 as he builds his speed up the hill. 2 corners technically on the straight as he goes into the pit lane, so he's backed off completely from that lap. Didn't feel like he had the pace in it. Tiggerby going around on the soft tyres. Thinking he's got to come in soon. P9 for him. 4 minutes to go. There's not much margin for error here with time. It is a short track, but you've got to nail it. And like his helmet, it is quite Senna-esque, I have to say. Maybe that is just a tribute to the late racing driver. But he just pit lane now, and you have to feel that a set of super softs are coming on. Rodriguez going very wide at turn 11. He's out of fuel. He is letting this turn 12. Sorry, he went wide at turn 12, letting the Sauber of Giron through. He's out of fuel, so he's got to limp back up the hill now. That has got to be such a long drive up that hill, especially with no fuel. That's going to be plain annoying, but for him really. Only car on track other than Evolution, who has got the DRS open, so I don't know if he's pushing here, Evolution. He is on the super soft compound tyres, so this could be Evolution's last crack at pole position as he builds it up through the middle sector now.
Evolution rounds the Pinarino there. Sevi has gone out there. He's only gone on the medium tyres, so he is not going to improve. And he did look impressive on those mediums, so he'll be disappointed with that. I don't know how he's managed to go out there, but Evolution prepares himself for Juncher. They're hard on the brakes, down into 4th gear there. He's going to go for stability off the corner, and now he's going all out there. That Red Bull working as hard as it can to produce the power now. Opens the DRS, run up to the line now in overtake mode. What's the time going to be? Is it going to get near the front? It's 7.6. Puts him in P6, which isn't too bad with the field being so close. Look at that. Top 8 separated by less than half a second. That is remarkable, and there's more to come from these guys, I'm sure. But Evolution's going to really struggle to get round the lap. It is going to be tight for him if he's going to be able to get onto another lap. I don't know if he's going to manage it.
Well, there's about 2 minutes left, so I think he's got enough time to get one more chance in if he just saves the battery on this lap, which I think is his plan. Who is the furthest up the road, actually? There's the two Hasses have just come out the pit lane right next to each other. Shepalele, not far up the road. Tiggerby is quite far up the road. He's coming through to Junshao now. And this is the build-up to Tiggerby's final lap. Well, he will get a chance at another lap after this as long as he doesn't put it in a barrier. But DRS is now open for Tiggerby, and the run-up to the line now. Down, hard braking, turn 1, gets turned left very nicely, flicks it right. Goes a bit wide through turn 3, but I think he might just get away with that unless he backs off. I don't think he's backed off, so I think he's fine. Evolution has retired. I don't think he had enough fuel to get round, possibly. As Tiggerby now runs a bit wide out of turn 5. That might cost him. That might invalidate his lap. We'll have to wait and see. He's still pushing. He's gone wide again at turn 7. Slides it through turn 8. Around Pinarino. Yeah, learning names on the go. Ferrari slides his way through Bico di Pato, and wide through. Oh, big wobble from Magulo. And spins it on the exit. Oh, that is his qualifying over. That's Tiggerby out of qualifying in the Ferrari. He will not get enough of a run up to the line, unfortunately, to set another lap.
Yeah, that lap was scrappy from Tiggerby, and I think that spin was coming, to be honest. He eventually went around. He was doing well to keep it on the island for so long, but now Chevrolet's done a decent lap so far, and he's got a slipstream off the car head going up to the line. What's the time going to be? It's 7.7. He does not improve, and he's backed off, so he will not start any higher than 5th for the moment. Tiggerby also retires after making a mistake on his lap. It's Harry. It's just behind him.
Oh, no!
Nothing that the Toro Rosso can do, and I believe that's Tiggerby's AI car that's gone into him. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Harry. Absolutely no way he could have avoided that without completely, well, running off the track basically and losing a heap of time. These two Haas drivers running nose to tail almost on the track, very close. Rodriguez goes up to P9, but he can't go any higher because the field is just so close there. You really need to get deep into the sevens to have any chance of a good result, as Yoss had run very wide coming out of Berradura, a pole setter. Maybe still going on his lap, but his Energetics just in front of him. Larkin on the pit straight now, looking to try and snatch provisional pole off of the Dutchman in the Haas. Comes up to the line now. Can he get provisional pole up to the line? He does 7.2. It's on pole for the moment. Energetics though rounds the final corner. He's going to have a crack at trying to beat that time. He's got a slipstream from Chapelele as well. He has to pull out the way though. That might have cost him a few hundreds. But now round comes Energetics. Is he going to be able to improve? Yes, he does. It goes just ahead. Just behind the top three, separated by just over half a tenth. And it's Harry that's going to the only car that's still out there. So that is going to wrap up.
Oh, he's wall riding. Oh my god, that is some crash. I have no words for that crash. That crash is mental. What have I just went? He's dead. That was horrific. It's Tiger. What? If that's how it works in real life, then we've got some trouble on our hands this season. But there we have it, the grid for season 16 Brazilian Grand Prix. Energetics is your pole sitter. Larkin in second. Joss, even with the slipstream of his teammate, could not pull off get that pole that he held for much of the session. Third place for him. J. Cole in fourth. Good result for him. Chepelele fifth. Evolution in sixth. Gamerholic seventh. Harry down in eighth. That's going to be difficult for him to make his way through the field. Rodriguez ninth. Willow Wolves in 10th. And then Tigaby, Jeroen, Saviasti and Jabo make up the rest of the grid.
Wow. That was a frantic ending to that quali session, as we often get at Brazil. Talk about Harry, but yeah, the top three separated by about 600ths of a second. That is uber close. And so it sets us up for a very intriguing race for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Energetics takes pole position at the death, just ahead of Larkin. I think, obviously, Energetics, he's put himself in a great position with Harry starting down in P8, I believe. That's going to make life very difficult for the Greek. He's going to have to work his way through the field. Energetics, though, in the best position possible. Is he going to be able to hold on off of the start? That is the big question, especially with someone like Larkin alongside. So all the ingredients are there for a great race. Drivers are readying up. Let's get things underway.
Here we go, the start of the formation lap. Let's hope no one has any problems on the formation lap, but they all seem to get very well off start. They all see that the front two are in formation, but just not the right formation. Two Force Indias directly behind and in front of each other. Same with the Hasses. That's going to be an interesting one, how that plays out. Energetics obviously on pole. If he can hold on to that, and he will jump Harry as it stands in the championship. I know there's still 36 laps of this Grand Prix to go, but that is a start, and if he can hold that, get away from Harry, he's in a very good job. Now, tyre compounds. We have the top 9 plus Jeroen, all starting on the super soft tyres. Willow Wolves, Tigaby and Jabo all on the softs, with Sevi starting to go on the mediums, which he's done quite a few times over the season, and it's paid off for him, so we'll have to wait and see how he does as Energetics brings it down towards Jun Shao. Slowing up massively, but and they're going to form up any minute now, and we're going to get this race underway.
Yeah, you mentioned Sevi has been able to make those alternate strategies work. Remember USA, he came from plumb last on the grid to P2 and almost winning the race. because he used that alternate strategy and stayed out longer. But is he going to be able to pull that off to the same degree at Brazil? We're going to have to find out. With the field so close in quali, they've got a grid of 14, not the biggest grid, but 14 very hungry drivers and eager to get things underway. As the last of the cars line up on the back of the grid, let's get it underway.
Here we go, the lights building here at Interlagos. And we go for round 20 of season 16 in the Assist League. And Energetic's got a great start. Larkin under pressure from his teammate and Josh. Josh around the outside can't do anything, and Larkin holds that position. J. Cole under threat now from Shepelele, but that's being held off as well. Jeroen losing the place in the background. Harry losing 2 places in the background as well in the Toro Rosso. But they've all got through very cleanly, and no major changes at the front. The top 5 all keeping position, so very, very good start off the line for Energetics there.
Evolution has a little look at Gameaholic going into Ferradura. That wasn't quite able to get the move done though, after losing out to the Cyber off the line. But Energetics, a dream start for him. He's just got to maintain position at the front. It was Jacob who got away very quickly, but he wasn't quite able to threaten. He was boxed in a little bit on the inside. His teammate wasn't giving him much space. As Harry battling away with Jabba, this is not the start that Toro Rosso would have wanted. He's just able to hold the position, and as he would have, well, I don't think you quite caught it on the stream, but Harry got squeezed by the Mercedes Rodriguez coming out of turn 3, and that's why he's dropped back. But it's Gameaholic and Evolution that are really dueling away here. The Cyber under pressure from the Red Bull. Evolution pulls up to the outside. He's going to have to go the long way around the turn 1, but he seems to have good straight line speed. Around the outside he goes. Rodriguez off the track. Rodriguez goes off then at turn 1. He's going to rejoin. Gets a bit of oversteer. He's at the back of the grid. The Larkin though, threatening Energetics, and moves just gradually to the inside of turn 1. But Rodriguez has been able to cover that, but he's going to have a lot of work to do and a very long day at the office at this rate.
Yeah, big slide. Well, big lockup from Rodriguez. I think he just clipped the grass on the entry to turn 1. But Larkin getting very, very close to the back of Energetics now, and Larkin looking to get past the Haas, but it is breaking away as a 4-car train. Chevrolet not really coming with them at the moment. There are yellow flags in sector 2. That was Jeroen losing a place. So now as we come onto the main straight, Larkin 3 temps back, Josh only a further 2 temps back. This is a great opportunity for Larkin. Larkin, as Energetics is going to pull to the inside, is he? No. Larkin goes, no moves done. Jaco actually sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I have to say, he's sitting back a little bit, not getting caught up in the action. As are we going to see a move down into turn 4. The DRS is open from Larkin. Is he going to make a move down the inside? No, he's going to back out of that. He doesn't want to make a move there. But it's 2 different battles now. Larkin on Energetics and Jaco hassling Joss now, so we'll have to wait see how this
Force India is attacking the Haas cars in formation. They have a bit of a gap down to Chevrolet, who's running a quiet race in P5 at the moment with Gameaholic and Evolution, and so Willow Will's the leading soft runner, but look at the train he's built up behind him, and it's going to be frustrating the cars behind, particularly Harry. He's got to have to work his way through and maybe get up to that leading pack, but Larkin is in a good position here. He wasn't quite aggressive on Energetics, wait for the DRS, and now he's going to have an opportunity. Still the top 4 extremely close on the track. Now Larkin, he's going to get the DRS once again. He got it at the back straight, wasn't quite able to get the move done, but now he's got to again run down towards the centre S. Energetics is going to get defensive. He leaves the door open. Larkin hangs back because he is going to look for the DRS once again down the straight towards turn 4 to Cedar del Largo, but he wasn't a great exit from Larkin. Evolution's picked up a penalty already, but it was Yoss who got the best exit coming out of turn 2. He's going to challenge to the inside of Larkin, late on the brakes. Larkin just about able to hold on down the outside, but he runs wide, and that's going to caught them all up there. Yoss had to avoid. Now he's got Jaco on his outside going into third. They're almost 3 wide going into the corner, and Jaco trying to go round the outside of the Haas. Has he got it done? I don't think he has. Still though, the side by side. Yoss on the inside going round into this corner. I kind of forgot the corner name, but anyway, Yoss able to hold it round the outside. J. Cole not giving up down the inside. Is he going to be able to hold it round the Bico Tapato? Running wide is Yoss. He's going to lose out, I think. J. Cole finally able to get that one done. Yoss on the attack ends up losing out, and now he's got pressure from that Ferrari Chevrolet behind.
Yeah, and all of this has allowed Energetics to pull away. He's got a second in front. He's a second in front of Larkin, and Larkin also pulled away by about a second while all that battling was happening. Larkin starting to reel Energetics back in again, but this... Oh, there's a Sauber! That's a Sauber. Spinning Sauber of Gamerholic at turn 1 just clipped the back of Shepelele, and round he goes. No stopping that. Sauber going round on its own, really, so he drops to just in front of his teammate, who's actually pressuring him now. The 12 as Jeroen goes up the inside and takes that position. So Gamerholic now pretty much drops to dead last. Rodriguez behind him, quite considerably behind him. 18 seconds of the gap after he has pit. Energetics being closed back up by the Force India of Larkin, so we could see an attempt for a pass on this lap.
The pressure is on Jaco because he's got Yoss behind him as well as Chapelele, but he has got to push and try and get the DRS range of his teammate, who is going to be getting that DRS assistance from the Haas ahead. Rodriguez has gone out there. He saw him had that moment at turn 1, and it's not worked out for him. But Yoss now on the attack outside, going into the center. Is he going to be able to get it done on the brakes? Jaco still on the inside. There'll be Yoss trying to go all the way around the outside. There's still wheel to wheel coming out of turn 2. Jaco holds it round. Who's going to get the DRS? It's going to be Yoss. Yoss opens it up, and now he's going to have a go at the Force India, who's been struggling these first few laps. Larkin not threatening. Energetics ahead. Down the inside goes Yoss. Has he got the move done? He's going to squeeze him though just onto the curb. Jaco able to keep good momentum around the outside. He's got the inside line. Going into Ferradura. Has he got the move done? Yoss not gives it up. Doesn't give it up easily, but he loses the place, and now he's got to look behind to Chapelele, who's taking advantage of all this battling.
This is costing them all so much time. They're losing so much to Larkin and Energetics. As you can see them right next to each other in the distance. But 2 seconds now the gap. These two were right behind Larkin, not only 2 laps to go. So much time has been lost by these guys. Chepelele brought into the battle. And I just want to mention Harry down in 9th. He's picked up a few positions from Rodriguez going off, Gamerholic going off, but he's still down there, not been able to get past Willow Wolves as of yet. So we'll have to wait and see as Yoss goes to the inside of J. Cole this time. He doesn't want to go around the outside, has to back out of that move, but he's going to have such a good run down towards turn 4. Can he get the move done on this lap? We'll have to wait and see. Slipstreaming down to turn 4, and he's not close enough. He backed out, and no chance, no way through for the Haas driver. And also Larkin, no move made as of yet. But Harry is right on the back of Jabbo. Jabbo going very slowly through turn 5, and Harry's been forced out wide. He's stuck with all the soft runners, so this is going to really hamper his race. Sevi has a look, but not much he can do there.
Yeah, nightmare race for Harry so far, and this is just not helping his chance of getting P2 in the championship. But one man who is helping his chance of getting to P2 in the championship right now is Energetics. He leads the way ahead of Larkin, and I'm just looking to Larkin. He doesn't seem to be going all out on the attack. I think he knows he can maintain a gap for the cars behind. We saw Yoss was quick in qualifying. He's now got to try and clear the Force India of Jaco. Up to the outside is the way he's going to go this time. Is he going to be able to get it done this time? Third time lucky at turn 1 round the outside. Fantastic move, but Jaco's going to have the DRS, and I don't think he's going to give it up. So, Jaco, is he going to be able to come back? And Willow Wolves and Jab was swapping places as Yoss covers the inside line. Going into turn 4, Jaco's not going to make it easy for him. Round the outside, he's going to try and go. Can't quite stick it, or can he? He's still just about got his nose alongside. Yoss has to give him the respect. Tries to cover the line going into third, or gets ahead of the Force India. Great race in between these two, and great battling, but Yoss has got to really get a hammer down and close down those top 2 if he wants any chance of winning this race.
Oh, as Jacob goes a bit wide there through turn 9, but yeah, very good move from Josh there. Very Great attacking from Joss. Great defending from J. Cole, but J. Cole had to give it up in the end as Joss was just slightly further ahead. No point in losing your front wing on lap 8, battling over nothing. Well, I guess it's battling over a podium, but with 28 laps to go, is there time to take such the risk? I don't know. As Evolution is being overtaken by Tiggerby. Tiggerby up the around the outside of turn 1, gets a penalty at turn 2 for his troubles, and is ahead, the soft runner. But Evolution looking like he's going to re-overtake the Ferrari. No, he's forced out there, and Tiggerby takes the position up to P6. But with that penalty, not going to help his chances of a good victory today.
But he is by a long way the leading soft runner, and that's going to really help his chances. Further back though, Jabba coming under pressure from Sevi, the medium starter, trying to make his way up the field, and he's up into 9th. He gets there on the inside of Ferradura. Great move from the Williams. He's making solid progress in the early parts of this race, so he could be a factor later on, as well as Tiggerby, if he's able to keep things clean, as he's not far away from this train led by Yoss. As these guys have been battling so hard. Larkin doesn't seem to be going all out attack. He's saved more ERS than the Haas ahead, so he still seems to be just taking his time and trying to keep pace with him. And Yoss though is looking very quick on that lap. He has closed the gap ahead, and he's dragging Jacob and Chapelele with him, and Tiggerby coming into the frame as well. Just want to point out, Harry has gone for an undercut. He is pitted immediately, and he is now on fresh Supersofts, trying to grab some time on these cars ahead on another set of Supersofts though, so looks like he is gonna...
Sevi got up the inside of Willow Walls, and Willow Walls also lost the place to Jabbo, so my feeling is he went a bit too wide, as Jabbo has a look at the inside of Sevi into turn 4. Really blindsided Sevi. I don't think he saw him at all. It's Jabbo actually round the outside. Is he going to be able to hold this? No. Sevi is going to force him out. Jabbo, he was never going to hold that round the outside. And Sevi up to P8. So
if these cars for P3 begin to fight again, it will really benefit Sevi as he continues to stay out and try and stretch those mediums for as long as they can. I'm not completely clued up on the strategy, but if Harry's only managed to take those tyres a couple of laps, it's Shape that's going to go for an undercut himself. He was behind and he was saving ERS behind it. Now he is going to push, and the interesting thing is he looks to fit a set of the soft tyres. Is he going to be under any sort of threat from Harry? That's going to be an interesting one as he drives away from his pit box. The Toro also coming down the pit straight. I'd expect Shape to be out ahead, but you never know. Harry, the undercut could be quite powerful here as Harry comes down the main straight. Not getting a great camera angle on where Shape is, to be honest. I can't really tell where he is, but it does look like he's got ahead quite comfortably. So Shape out in front as Larkin looks to rein in the race leader. Energetics has controlled the race very nicely. Larkin been sitting just behind, but it's Yoss that's the man on the charge, closing the gap to the top two.
I don't know, but I think I'm not entirely clued up on the strategy, but I think that is Ferrari pretty much confirming the 2-stop. We'll have to wait and see what the other guys do. I think they're going to stay. No, here we have it. Champion into the pits, Larkin into the pits on lap 12. No, lap 11, sorry. They've just started lap 12, but the Force India crew are out there to change his tyres. Number 15, Force India, change very neatly. Where is he going to come out? I expect him to come out just behind Jeroen. Maybe ahead of Jeroen. No, Jeroen's pit. So he's going to be...
he's pit as well.
Oh, where's Shape going to be? Chebelele is going to be out behind Larkin, but not by much. About 2 seconds. Harry penalty. He's behind both of these guys, so much time lost for Harry, obviously, in the early point of the race, stuck behind all those cars, but now he's got a chance to push. But Larkin out comfortably ahead of the Ferrari, and now his head got to go down. He put on the medium compound tyres, so that seems to me like he's going to the end. That's the feeling I get. That
seems to be the intention from the champion. I fully agree with you on that. as Energetic stays out for yet another lap, and it's Yoss that's going to try and undercut his teammate as he pits in and just get it stopped in time as Tegely moves past. Again, in a great position for him, but yeah, Larkin looks to be going to the end of the race, I think. But he has struggled to get those tyres up to temperature, and it's put Shape a bit too close for comfort, I think, for the Force India. He's going to have to be looking over his shoulder, but it's really Yoss. Where is he going to come out in relation to this? Has Larkin managed to pull off the undercut as the Force India rounds turn 1? There's not going to be much in it between them, and they're going to come out very much side by side. I think, oh sorry, it was Yoss that was actually behind, so I was mistaken there. But Yoss, is he going to be out ahead of the Ferrari side by side with Shape? I think Shape might have just got the jump on him. Round the outside, he's going to have more temperature in the tyres than the Haas driver. Yoss has to yield on the inside, so Shape splits the two people that are fighting for the lead of this race. So Larkin now is going to try and get the hammer down. He's got may have those tyres up to temperature, I'm not sure. And the really interesting thing is, what are Energetics and Jaco going to do about this? Are they going to? I'm assuming they'll also go for a set of the medium tyres as Energetics pulls into the pits with Jaco following. So Energetics gets it stopped in time, as does the Force India, and I'll be expecting medium sets from both these guys. I can always see the Force India guys preparing mediums, and as are the Haas pit crew. So Energetics onto the mediums, Jaco onto the mediums. Where are they going to emerge relative to Larkin, Shepalele and Yoss?
I don't know. Jaco coming out of the pit lane now. Energetics is going to be jumped by Larkin. Larkin ahead into the race lead, and Shepalele gets ahead of the Haas as well. So Energetics has loses out 2 positions there. The Ferrari crew have done a good job to get Shepalele further up the field. 3 positions gained during the pit stops. The Haas going to go side by side, and Energetics is going to let Joss go. So on the lead of this race, he's now provisional 4th place. Shepalele, I think, has to pit again. But now Energetics, a lot of ground to make up, and it's not going to be easy for him on those cold tyres. J. Cole didn't really move around much, just lost that position to Joss really, and Shepalele, but not a good stop from Energetics.
Shepalele has to get past Larkin right here and right now if he wants any chance for a good result. He's going to have to make an extra pit stop, we'd think, so he's going to have to get the move done here. Larkin doesn't fight it at all. He knows that he's got more important things to worry about. Tucks in behind the Ferrari. Shepalele moves up into the net lead of this race, but he is going to have to push and break the DRS of the hungry pack of cars behind him. But Shepalele goes through into the lead of the race. Willow Wills is pit for a set of the mediums, as it's Harry that's going to have to. He's got pressure on him to try and close the gap on these cars ahead. He's really low on ERS as well, as Larkin has a little look back at Shepalele, but is unable to make the move stick. Energetics trying to press Jacob. I believe he's lost out to the Force India actually, while I was talking. So cold tyres not going well for him. He's really struggling. Has he got damage potentially? Because he just seems he's not exactly taking the right lines into corners. He ran right wide at Ferradura, so Energetics really struggling at this stage.
He could hit the pit wall on the exit, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't see much. Yeah, I think it's just tyres. I think it's tyres, and he hasn't got them up to temperature as of yet. He's some 3-4 seconds down the road from Larkin now, considering he was ahead of Larkin by about a second before the pit stops, a half second, a second. So he's lost out massively during the pit stops. That's got to be thinking what's gone wrong here. As long as the tyre's not loose, I think. Yeah, they've got to find out what's gone wrong. But Harry in 8th place, not the best of days for him. Energetics obviously not going to gain too many points on Harry, but Harry will have to put it again. So that point's always going to be a lot bigger once that pit stop happens. We'll have to wait for Energetics. I don't know, he's losing so much time. He could actually have damage here. I can't see much, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, on this lap, Energetics did hold the gap for a little while. I think he is just making a few mistakes as he's trying to get those tyres hooked up, and that could be the big issue here, as well as tyres like over trying to get off temperature and things like that. a lot of the times, picking for a new set of tyres, especially when it's 2 compounds harder, it can take a while to just get used to driving with it. You know, there's less grip. You know, the car's understeering maybe a little bit more, and you know, you can allow mistakes to creep in. And I've had that in races where, you know, you switch to a set of new tyres and you're just driving quite poorly because you're not used to it. You haven't got in the groove yet. Energetics might not have managed that quite as well, but it's Yoss who's putting the pressure on Larkin. Has a little sniff to the inside going into turn 4, but can't quite get it done. He is still looking very quick. I think Yoss has looked the fastest car on track for this race. He backed that up by probably should have taken pole in quali, but he couldn't quite manage it. Larkin, the trump card that he has as well as track position is that he's still in the DRS range of the Ferrari ahead. That is really assisting him, defending from Yoss as how he picks up yet another penalty. It's really not been his day. But Larkin just about sticking with Cipollilli, and that is going to be absolutely adamant in his defence against Yoss, because if he drops out that DRS range, it's going to leave him much more vulnerable to attack.
Yeah, just the slipstream train starting to form. The other 14 doing the Haas falling behind even further. Evolution's catching up to the back of Harry. Have Harry's tyres already gone off? Has Evolution closing up massively on the Toro Rosso? Is he going to go for a move into turn 1? He looks for it. Can't get it done. Will he have a crack down into turn 4? Because he is definitely close enough. 3 attempts back from the Toro Rosso. He gets into the slipstream. He's got the DRS. He's going to be forced round the outside by Harry. Gets it late on the brakes. He's got it stopped. He's round the outside on the medium compound tyres. Can Evolution hold on to this position? No! Harry's in the wall and Harry's out. Harry is out of this Grand Prix. He just slid through turn 5. I think he might have clipped the curb. And he's out of this Grand Prix. Second retirement in that Toro Rosso. But that is a big accident for Harry after he had a massive one in quali. He's had a big one here in the race. So this is not a good weekend for Toro Rosso at all.
Yeah, it just looks like on the first stint, his tyres went off before any of the other Supersoft runners, and he stretched those a couple of laps longer than he did in the first stint, and I think that he just went over the line. He was losing a second a lap to the group that were fighting over the net lead. Larkin has managed to close up on Cipollilli a little bit. Tigamy is actually still out there for the moment, 8 seconds ahead of Sevi. He's maybe taking him a bit longer than he captured as Jaco picks up a penalty. That could be important as Larkin pulls to the inside. Down in turn 4 as he got to move down on Cipollilli, who's struggled to really gap these guys. I was expecting him to pull away, but the DRS has just been too much for him to break away from. And Larkin makes an important move because he's got that Ferrari as a buffer between himself and his main rival Yoss. So Yoss is going to have to really work for this if he wants to gain track position on the Force India. Larkin currently taking the advantage as I'm watching Tigamy out in front at the moment. Still hasn't come into the pits, which is a surprise to me because he's on half the race on this set, and he is actually being called into the pits by his team because of the little spanner on his telemetry, but he's still staying out, which is pretty intriguing from him. As a Cipollilli now, he is going to have a look and try and come back at Larkin, the Ferrari, trying to put the Force India under some pressure.
Yeah, as you were talking about, Tigamy losing a lot of time to these guys. Oh, it's Cipollilli very late on the brakes.
Oh.
So nearly hit the back of Larkin, and it's going to cost him that position to Jost. Going to unleash Jost onto the back of Larkin, and now J. Cole could potentially pick up a slipstream from the Ferrari. The Ferrari's going to have DRS for this straight, but I don't know how well how much wear he's got on his tyres. Could fall into the grasp of J. Cole, so we'll have to wait and see. But as you talking about Tigamy staying out, he is losing a bucket load of time. He lost 2 seconds a couple laps ago. He was 97, so we'll have to wait and see. Only 11 seconds ahead of this group of cars, so he's going to come out behind these guys. I think he's extending his stint so he could potentially go on the Super Softs at the end.
No.
But
well, he's given up on that, I believe, because he has pitted. Is he going to try and stretch them that long? It's going to have to be absolutely remarkable. 16 laps on the Super Soft, but he's going to try it. That is such a bold strategy, but he's going to be rapid in these first few laps. That's going to be one to watch for sure. Now, up ahead, Joss isn't going to be close enough this time. He didn't get the best run going around turn 1, but he's still going to have the DRS, but I don't believe he's going to be nearly close enough. So Joss still sitting behind, Chip Lilly still behind them. You mentioned that his tyres will be going off by 10 laps on the softs. I don't think he's going to be struggling just yet. As I say that, he does run wide coming out of turn 4, but he's still hanging on to these guys just about, but he's not, you know, considering he drove such a smart first stint, just saving himself. I think he's made the wrong strategy call here, because he's not been able to get out of this DRS train, and he's lost time, and he's helped out Larkin and Yoss in terms of their pace, but now as the mediums start to come into their own, he is struggling out there, and I think he's just called this a little bit wrong, as he could have really been in a shout of winning this race, but it doesn't look like that's going to be this rate.
Joss was going to have a look at Larkin on the straight, but unfortunately he made a mistake out of turn 10, clipped the grass on the outside slightly, and it cost him a few tenths, now 8 tenths back, so he's got that work, he's got to close that gap again. Got work for him to do. He nearly put Chepelele in DRS range of Haas, but still nothing going. Tiggerby came out in 7th place, came out in some clear air as well, so he's allowed to push. He's got to push up to the back of Energetics and get past rather quickly. You can see the Ferrari in the background there as Joss comes through turn 4, a little bit wide, a little bit on the grass, but got some work to do to catch back up to Larkin.
There is a wild card in this whole thing, and that is Sevi, the Williams driver. Started on the mediums, still out on those mediums. He's 3 seconds ahead of Force Independent. Got yellows in sector 1. I believe that's Jabo. He's spun it, coming out the Senna S, rounds it, but he's now back into last place, and he'll have spun up those tyres, I'm sure. So not great for McLaren. But what I was going to say is that if these guys catch up to Sevi, it's going to make it a bit of an obstacle for Larkin, and that could back him up into Yoss. But Sevi's still going reasonably quickly, considering his tyres are 11 laps older than the pack behind. Yoss has a lap fresher tyres than Larkin ahead, but unable to quite get a move done so far. But again, I've said this before, Yoss does seem to have the best pace out of everyone in this race. He just has to keep it clean, keep it consistent. Tiggerby predictably sets the fastest lap of the race on the charge, and he's only just behind Energetics. Of course, we saw Energetics struggling early on. He has managed to stabilise that gap to Jayco, but not without losing a heap of time to the race leaders. But Tiggerby on the charge there, but he is going to struggle to take those tyres to the end of the race, I'm sure, as Joss continues to pressure Larkin going through the second sector. And if he's able to stay close in the dirty air, he could be in with a shout, but Larkin driving so cleanly and keeping his head out in front. Joss trying with everything he has to put the pressure on, and these guys catching Sevi by just under a second a lap. I say it's about 7/10 a lap, I reckon. So they might catch him, I'm not sure. Sevi will be pitting in the next few laps, I'm sure, though. But Joss continues to pressure, and I think he could have a great chance as they exit the final corner going onto the main straight.
He's got a great chance. He's right on the back of that Force India. 4 tenths the gap. It is coming down all the time. He's going to have the DRS on the pit straight. Is this Joss's chance to go for the race lead? As we see the DRS flap opening up, he had a look, but backed out right at the end. The gap little over 2 tenths. Is he going to have a chance down into turn 4? Larkin, you think he's going to go defensive. Let's have a look. Larkin does pull to the inside. Joss is going to go around the outside again. He's going to have to look around the outside. He does hold on the brakes. He's going to get squeezed out there by Larkin. Larkin aggressively holding his ground, but he's allowed to do that. Gets away with that. Tiggerby got past Energetics on the run down to turn 1. So now he's charging to get back to the back of Jayco. I would say it's important for him to get the track position, but on this track where slipstreaming is so easily doable down that pit straight, it's not the most important thing. It is mainly about keeping those tyres alive, keeping the battle alive. Tiggerby just needs to get past these guys and then as far ahead as possible. Do not rule him out though. He is definitely still in with a shout of this race victory. Sevi still going, but only a second now the gap, and he does pit, and I think he'll be going for the super softs as well, as his tyres are going to be 4 laps fresher than Tiggerby's. Tiggerby jumps up to 4th place now. Sevi and Chepelele pit as well, so Chepelele into the pit for the 2nd time. It's going to cost him some ground as Josh goes to the outside. he's going to get forced out again. But actually, no, he's been able to hold it. He's a bit closer this time on the run into turn 6, sorry, and he's going to... I don't think Larkin saw him there. That's very close, and a little bit of a slide from Joss for good measure.
So Larkin just able to hold on to that with a bit of aggression from the Force India man, but he picked up a penalty earlier on in the lap. Jos has not got a penalty as of yet. He's done a great job of keeping it clean. So Jos still in with a great shot of this race win, and he's really all over the back. This could be, I think this is Jos's race to lose. Look at him hassling the Force India. He seems to just have so much more pace. Larkin with the lap holder tyres, I think that's beginning to tell. As Jos into the slipstream now, he's going to give it all he's got. He's running low on his ERS, so Larkin's got more in the tank, but he's defensive there. He's worried about the looming threat. Jos has a look, but he doesn't go for it. I think he's smart there, because now he knows he can get another bite of the cherry here. DRS once again for the Haas. Is he going to be able to get it through? Larkin knows the threat, moves to the inside, he's going to give it all he has. Jos running low in the RS, he's not quite got the straight line speed this time. He's going to try it once again when he outside of turn 4, but again Larkin fends him off, and now going down into Ferradura. He's got the slipstream, but he's not going to be able to threaten him, I don't think. Looks to the inside, doesn't go for it. Larkin again holds on to the lead, and it's such a tense battle between these guys, as behind them Jekyll still about 2.5 seconds behind, with Tigamy closing in the Ferrari. So it's starting to get really interesting up front. Jos not able to get through this time, but he's looking more and more threatening.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have it that time, but Larkin is showing what he's capable of once again, like he has all season. Champion for a reason, holding off Jos, forcing him to the outside. Not much the Haas driver can do. I liked your pun, by the way. He's hassling the Force India.
Unintentional.
Yeah, I noticed by the fact you didn't go, oh, I made a pun, as Jos looks up the inside of turn 1. Cannot get it done on the Force India, but that is going to give him an even better run down to turn 4. He's closer than he's been every single lap, but then he picks up a penalty. Jos right on the back of the Force India. He's going to go to the outside again through turn 4. He's more side by side. He's going to get squeezed out. And once again, Larkin holding the position, doing a great job in that Force India. But obviously, as you said, that penalty could come back to bite him at the end of the race.
Yeah, that penalty hanging over the Force India man's head. Jos gets close once again, and that was his best attempt to getting running outside of turn 4. But Larkin just not showing any mercy. He's being so remorseless, forcing the Haas driver off the track just about fairly, but certainly not. Certainly aggressively for sure. Sevi picks up a penalty. That's not going to assist his charge for the field. He's now on the back of the Red Bull of Evolution. Tigamy now threatening Jekyll. We've got battles up and down the field, but this is the most crucial. Up at the front, Jos. He's really close this time, but he hasn't looked interested in making it move into turn 1 because of the second DRS straight, but it's not quite worked out for him on this straight. Is he going to go for it again outside of turn 1 this time? Is he going to be able to get it done? We saw him do this to J. Cole earlier on. This time round the outside, he's got the run into turn 2, squeeze his way through, and now he's going to have DRS as Jos. So I think Larkin has finally lost this time down the straight.
He doesn't have DRS.
Jos did have the DRS, but he was running very low in his ERS. Couldn't quite get through. Well, on my screen, Jos did have the DRS, so I'm not sure. But anyway, switches to the outside, going into Ferradura. Can't quite get it done. Tries to switch back underneath, but it's a high-speed corner. You can't really switch back on it. Can't quite get through. Larkin holds on once again. Tigamy attacking Jekyll. He's up the inside, going around the left-hander. And he just about can't quite get through, but Jekyll beginning to struggle, beginning to slide as the Ferrari continues to pressurize. Jos doesn't seem to have the straight line speed to get through. What does he know about Larkin's penalty? I'm not sure, but he's certainly giving it all he's got as he exit on the run down towards lap 29 of this race. Is Jos going to be able to get through this time?
It didn't open DRS on my screen, so I don't know what's going on. But he isn't as close as he was last lap. Obviously, when he tried it round the outside, he's right on the back of that. I'm going to switch to Tigamy going up the inside of turn 1. Jacob's going to have it round the... Tigaby's forced him off. I think he lost the back end. That's allow energetics through on Jacob. Who's that? Oh, that's Jabba in the background. Sevi 10 seconds back from these guys. He's got some time to find, but he's closing up slowly. But Tigamy now let loose on the front two. 3.6 seconds the gap Obviously his tyres starting to wear off now. He's been on them for 9 laps now. So he's got to manage them towards the end. But he's still got a chance of reeling in these top tyres for that P1. Have to wait and see. He's cleared Energetics by about a second as it stands. So he's in clear air. Just got to push now.
But he is borderline on fuel, the yellow light flashing on his telemetry, so he is going to have to struggle for that. As Larkin did get a great exit coming off the last corner. Yost, he saved up a bit more ERS than he did last lap. He's in overtake mode, he's going to go all out. If I were him, I'd save ERS for one lap and attack the next, because just going all out every lap, it's not quite working for him. But he's going to look down the inside of turn 1. That's the most aggressive we've seen from Yost. He forces his way on the inside. Larkin holds it around the outside, tries to just about give him the space. Yost has got DRS once again. Larkin has got the momentum around the outside though. It's an absolute drag race down towards turn 4 for the first time. Yost has the inside line, moves his way across, and Larkin has no answer, or does he? He tries to switch back, coming off the corner, but doesn't quite make it work. Jacob was also attacking Energetics, couldn't quite get it through though. He looks to the inside, outside to turns 2. For Ferradura right outside into turn 6, can he get it done? Right round, the Haas drivers not making it easy, they're still side by side. Amazing respect for both drivers on the inside. Energetics, has he held it? Jaco still on the inside. Has he done it? Coming towards the beacon to battle. It's Energetics holds it around the outside. Jaco switches back to the inside. They just graze wheels slightly. Energetics up onto the curb. Jaco still threatening. These two going at it. Jaco running low on fuel, but he's all over the back of the Haas, but can't quite get through that time.
This is helping Sevi massively. Sevi now within 6 seconds. He's closed up about 3 seconds in that lap. So this is going to really help him with 5 laps to go. He is not out of shout of maybe a podium if... Well, podium might be a bit ambitious as Jaco goes around the outside. There's contact again between him and Energetics. But Jaco holds the position. I just want to update the battle for second place. Energetics will not be able to overtake Harry. Harry will still have second place as Energetics goes down the inside. With Energetics in 4th place, the gap will be 4 points going into Abu Dhabi. So Harry still got work to do. You can still see the bit of debris from Harry's crash. Josh Josh being challenged by Larkin through the middle sector, and Larkin looks like he's just slightly ahead. Who's going to hold this? Josh on the inside, Larkin around the outside. Larkin's going to get squeezed out, and Josh keeps the P1 for now. But Tiggerby still closing these guys down. Even with the minimal fuel, he's gaining an advantage of these guys battling. Sevi now within 5 seconds of Energetics and Jacob, so them battling is costing them so much time.
Larkin did manage to get past Yost on the last lap with a feisty move into turn 1 before Yost came back, but it's much easier for him this time. Gets it done before they turn the wheel, and that's going to make it important for him. Yost has a little look at the turn 2. That's all that's done is cost him momentum. I think Larkin's safe this time, so Larkin able to get the move done and hold it nicely. Now back ahead, or back behind, sorry, in the battle for P4 on the track. Jacob got a much better exit than Energetics coming off turn 1. Is he going to look aggressively to the inside? Yes, he is. Energetics has to jump out the way. Down the inside goes Jacob. He's going to give him the squeezing treatment, and Energetics is forced onto the curb. Jacob moves up into 4th place with a nice move at turn 4. But he has now got his work cut out to try and catch Tiggerby. He is going to have to trust that the Ferrari man's tyres die off these last few laps, which is very possible, as the battle for P6, Sevi is chipping away at those top 5, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to reel him in. But Larkin, he's still got to trust that Joss picks up a penalty. Even though he has the track possession, he's not the favourite to win this race. Joss still pushing though. These guys not giving each other any room, but just about enough respect, and they could go at it again as they go into lap 33.
Yeah, we'll have to watch the penalty situation for Energetics and Jaco, who, well, Josh can't get the move done into turn 1, but Energetics is going to go side by side with the Force India again into turn 1. Energetics seems to have the better position around the outside. Jaco hangs it around the outside of turn 2, but Energetics is going to have a good run down to turn 4. And this is where Jaco made the pass last lap. Is Energetics going to have a look at the inside? No. He thinks better of it and sticks behind, takes a bit of the grass with him for good measure. Shepelele has caught up to the back of Sevi. That's the battle for 6th place. We'll have to watch that one as they come up the hill now. But yeah, the Ferrari man all over the back as Tiggerby now. 1.2 seconds is the gap 1.1. He could be in DRS range by the end of this lap. We'll just have to wait and see. No, I think he's just too far back for this lap. But next lap, he's got a very good chance at having DRS on Joss. And that'll help him majorly. He could make a late dash for P1 in this race. But I know he definitely has one penalty at least. Yeah, they pulled away from him on the straight. But he's now going to gain low on ERS as well. As you said, Joss was also low on ERS as J. Cole has held position against Energetics. Energetics going to have a look down into turn 4 again. Is J. Cole going to go defensive? No, he's not. Energetics right up to the back of the Force India. Gave him a little nudge, but didn't decide to go for a move there.
Hard charging in 6th and 7th from Sevier Chapelele. They're catching this battle for P4 and 5, so we could be seeing some changes there. Tegami is up on the back of the top 2 now, but he does have 2 penalties, as a quick check at the race director tells me. So he has got a seriously he's got a very low chance of winning this race, but he's done well to make the Super Softs last as long as they did and keep them on the island. Can he do it for just 2 more laps? Can Yoz avoid penalty for 2 more laps? I've checked, he has 2 warnings that he picked up in the first 3 laps of the race, and he's kept it perfectly clean since then. But is he going to be able to get past Larkin on track? Larkin has the ERS advantage. Once again, he's just saved that a little bit better than Yoss. Yoss not close enough into turn 1. Is Energetics going to be close enough into turn 1 versus J. Cole? He doesn't go for the move from a long way back. Yoss now opens the DRS down the back straight, but both of them are in overtake mode, and now Yoss is closing. He looks to the inside aggressively. Larkin covers him off, just about moving around, trying to break the slipstream, break the toe, but Yoss threatens once again towards the Ardura. Look how defensive Larkin is. He holds it on the inside line. Yoss switches back, can't quite get through. Tegami now has got a chance at trying to at least grab something on track, and look for these guys. Energetics still on the back of Jacob, but unable to get through. But Eos still pressuring. He's been on the back of this Force India for the whole race, but he could be rewarded with a race victory just by keeping it between the white lines. They're around going on to the final lap. Larkin still leading, but under so much pressure, his tyres may have given up. He's a lap older than Yoss's. So Tegami now threatening the top 3, nose to tail, going on to the final lap. What is going to go on here?
Josh right up to the back of the Force India. He's going to have a look into turn 1. They could be free wide. Tiggerby has a look. Can't do much. Oh, there's contact. There's front wing. There was front wing there. That is off Joss, who's dropped down to 3rd place. I saw front wing fly off the Haas, and it is from the left-hand side of that front wing. Joss loses that on the final lap of the Grand Prix. At least it's the final lap and not any earlier. He is still within a shout as J. Cole and Energetics go to battle again. J. Cole holds the position from the Haas man, but who's going to get it on track? That's the all-important thing. Oh, Tiggerby goes for a dive, and he saves the spin, but that was a very, very late move from the Ferrari. Very risky indeed, but he's got one chance down the straight if he wants to have the pride of just winning on the track. What can Tiggerby do? Joss falling back a bit, as you expect, with that broken front wing. Is Tiggerby going to be far enough ahead of the likes of J. Cole, Energetic, Sevi to hold his podium position? You think these 3 are definitely going to finish on the podium. Who's going to win on track? It's going to be very, very close, but it is going to be Larkin on track, but Josh does take P1 on the penalties. Josh P1 from Larkin, Tiggerby in 3rd, J. Cole and Energetic 6th, Chapelele 7th in the end, Evolution 8th, Gamerholic round up the points paying positions. Willow, Wolves and Jabbo, unfortunately for them, outside the points. But who is going to take 9th, who's going to take 10th? We have the 2 Saubers battling over it. Penalties wise, Jeroen has made a mistake. Has he, or has he run out of fuel? No, he hasn't. He has made a mistake.
I think he may have a puncture. I think he has.
Oh, he does.
He have a puncture.
A rear right puncture, and he's in the wall. He's not out of the Grand Prix, though. He saved it. He's not out of the race, but he does have a rear right. Oh, God. He has a rear right puncture on the final lap. He is going to get a point for his troubles, but yeah, not a great end for the Sauber team. There we have it. That is the Brazilian Grand Prix. And it did spice things up for that battle for P2. It is a lot closer. P2 in the championship right now crashes out the race. P3, 5th place, gains 10 points. The gap is now 6 points. J. Cole, he is... Wait. He is now
11 points behind Energetics.
Energetics. So he's only 9. He's 17.
17. Yeah.
Harry. So it's all to play for second place in Abu Dhabi. But there is your Grand Prix winner, Jos, with Larkin, the champion, in second, and Tigaby with quite a good drive from 11th place to finish on the podium. So well done to him. But if you want to go through the grid.
Yeah, Jos takes the race win after basically a race-long battle with Larkin. Larkin loses the win on penalties. He'll be a bit gutted with that, but he did drive a great race himself. Tegami, my driver of the day, 11th to 3rd with a great strategy, which I didn't think was going to work out, but he made it work. Jaco 4th after a race-long battle himself with Energetics, just out of Sevi and Shape. Both of them just ran out of time to catch the cars. Had Evolution, a quiet race in 8th, had a Gameaholic and Hagnius who had their troubles, as did Willow Wolves and Javo, both of them having major issues. And that would round out your finishers for the Brazilian Grand Prix. The battle for second in the championship spices up, takes another turn. Jos takes the win, but he's not quite going to be able to make it to them. But I believe he does move up to P6 in the championship ahead of Sevi. So there is still a lot of positives that can be taken from this race from Jos. But yeah, the battle for second in the championship intensifies. Let's see. Well, we'll see you in Abu Dhabi.